Hello everyone. Myself Dr. Jyoti Gangurde, Assistant Professor of Zoology, KTHM College Nasik. Students, in previous lecture we already discussed regarding the harvesting methods of marine water forms. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss on the crafts and gears in Indian fishery. Now in India, a large variety of crafts are what they are nothing but the boats for catching the fishes. So in India, variety of crafts they have been designed for inland fishing. The nets or gears and other devices they are useful for catching fishes, and they are also numerous and ingenious. Now, but both the crafts and gears were invented centuries ago and probably have remained static and have shown little or no change in improvement in India, unlike in other countries. Now this has hindered and restricted the exploitation of our inland waters. It is only in the last decade or two of the 20th century that some attempts have been made to use the motorboats and modern steam vessels for the same purpose. For the efficient management of fishing, it is imperative to know the type of fishing crafts and gears used in reservoirs. Now, the various kinds of traditional crafts and gears locally made and they are in use since the centuries for capturing the different kinds of fishes, including the crustaceans. Now, some of these are used only for catching the fishes, and they are useful for catching the fishes and prawns, while some they are useful for catching of the prawns, then lobsters and crabs. Now, during the recent years, mechanized craft gear have been used for fishing. Now, here first we continue with the fishing craft. Now, the fishing crafts they are most essential for catching the fish in large scale water bodies. The types of fishing crafts of India falls under two general categories. These are non-mechanized and mechanized fishing crafts. The categories of fishing craft types comes under non-mechanized are dewboat canoes, then plant-built canoes, then Mosula boat, build-up boats. Okay, now the mechanized crafts are such as the line boats, then trap boats, dole netter, gill netter, and travelers. Now, some of the different kinds of fishing crafts used for fishing, such as a variety of such as here mentioned. So, a variety of methods they are used to capture and to exploit the vast resource of food fish of the country. Now, India has extensive riverine, marine and estuarine waters with good wealth of fish. The success of fisheries in country depends on the crafts and gears. Now, the crafts are the instruments which provide platform, and gears they are used for fish catching. So, in our country, several types of crafts and gears they are operated in inland and sea waters. Now, here you can see the crafts. Now, fishing craft serves as a platform on which the fishermen sail and from the fishing ground, okay, with the help of his gear, keep the catch and process those catches. Okay, now according to that, the other crafts such as the catamaran is the first craft, and such a catamaran craft which is commonly used in the regions of East Coast, then again in the regions of Orissa to Kanyakumari, and again Tiruvananthapuram and Kollam, okay, is from different regions of the India, different sides of the India. So in those sea water, such a catamaran which is useful for the fish catching. Now, catamaran is a keel-lace craft formed by tying together few longs of light wood with coiled ropes. Okay, the two wooden supporters called the catamarans or such a catamarans are used for lashing them together. Okay, now the catamarans, they again have two types. So they again having 2 feet and 1.4 feet respectively in sizes. Okay, when the logs are tied together, they become curved and shaped like a cannon. And such a catamarans are broadly of two types. The big one, that is 7.50 to 8.50 meters long and 0.80 meter width, and small one which measures in between 4 to 5 meters long and 0.60 meters wide. Now the former accommodates 3 to 4 fishermen as a unit, and the latter is operated by 1 or 2 fishermen. Now, after that, there are 4 types of catamarans. They are commonly used. The types such as the Andhra type, then boat catamaran, then Coromandel type, and the last one, that is Odisha Gunjam type. Okay, now we can focus on the first Andhra type. Now the Andhra type catamaran is measures in between 5 to 7 meter in length and made up of heavy wood. So, planks used in fitting the sides often include the strong medium logs, and they are known as the washboards. Now the boat catamaran consists of 3 long fitted into a regular boat shape, and means what the boat catamaran with the construction of boat catamaran here, which consists of 3 longs fitted regular boat shapes catamaran, and they are used on coast around the Bandapam and Nugpur areas. Wide varieties of this type are found in the Tuticorin, Cape Comorin and Polachal areas. Now, the third type, that is the Coromandel type. So, Coromandel type is made up of 3 to 5 longs with many variations in the pattern. A specialized type is the 7-log catamaran or colamaran used in flying fish fishery of Nagapattinam. Now, it is most commonly used around Tamil Nadu. And the next last type, that is Odisha and Gunjam type. Now, the Odisha and Gunjam type catamaran is a boat shape and made up of 3 to 5 logs of 20 inch to 25 inch. Now, it is made up of 5 logs which are not tied together by rope, but they are baked with wood. Okay, now here you can see in this diagram, this is the traditional catamaran, right? So, such a traditional catamaran, here you can see the shape here. This is the, here you can see seating arrangement is here, okay, like this. Or here you can see this is the width, this is the length, or this is the width, okay. Now, here the catamaran, which is a primitive type of keel or keel-less craft constructed by tying many wooden logs. Here you can see which is constructed by means of tying of many wooden logs. Now, the logs are arranged in such a way that there is a shallow depression, right? There is a shallow depression which is used for stocking the caught fish and space for fishermen, right? So, this is the space for fishermen, and here again you can see this is the space which is useful for storage of the catching fishes, right? At one end, craft is cone shape, right? At one end, the craft which is a cone shape structure. Now, this is what about a first gear, that is catamaran. Sorry, first craft, that is catamaran. So the catamaran, which is followed by the second, that is machwa. Now machwa boat. So machwa, it is a modern motorized boat and it is mainly used in fishing. So it has a broad hull, pointed bow and straight keel, right? It has again a broad hull, pointed bow and straight keel. Now the country craft motorization was the first step in the introduction of mechanized fishing. Maharashtra was the first to introduce motorized boats in Indian fishing. Some of the fishing boats motorized was the Satpati type, Machwa and Tuticorin type of the boat. Now after that, the Pablo boat was a new design introduced in motorized craft. Now an important improvement in fishing was the introduction of longer boats and gear, efficiency in the speed of flow and speed with the gear. Now, Satpati boats are medium-sized fishing vessels around 12 to 14 meters long and 3 meters broad. So these are named after the Satpati village in Maharashtra, where they are manufactured in good numbers. Out of all the indigenous fishing vessels, Satpatis are the most suitable for motorization and offshore fishing due to their robust hull design. So these are used on the west coast along the Bombay, then Cambay coast of the north of the Ratnagiri region. Now this boat is the most highly evolved of indigenous fishing craft. It is operated in Saurashtra, so there are minor variations from place to place. It possesses a broad framework, pointed bow and straight keel, and inside the boat a fish room, a storeroom and room for net is provided. Now in some of the modified boats, motor engine can be fitted without any modification. Now a Satpati or Galvati is a modified build-up canoe and has a medium pointed bow, broad beam, straight keel and high gunwale. Okay. Now this is the structure of a particular kind, that is Machwa boat of Saurashtra. Okay. After that, the next kind of boat is the dinghy and nauka, commonly called as a nauka. Okay, now the dinghy and nauka are the carnival boats of Orissa and West Bengal and are sturdy boats. These are very sturdy boats. Now the naukas are well designed and constructed up to a size of 13 meter into 3 meter into 2. Now it is a boat without keel. Now it is narrow, having a tapering bow and stern. The Tuticorin type boat is also carved model of size, that is 11 meter into 2 meter into 1 meter, and it is used for many purposes including the fishing. Now this is what about the different type of boats they are using in India for fish catching. Now after that, the gears, they are nothing but the different type of nets. Okay, nets, they are useful for fish catching in either riverine water, in estuaries or either in seas also. Now here the different type of gears such as gill net, roll net, rampani net as well as cast net. Now here the gill nets, the gill net fishing is the primary method used by Indian people of the Kalamat and Trinity rivers to catch the salmon and steelhead fishes. Now here, before that, I'll just introduce about the gears. Now a gill net catches fish that swim into it. Now, it has a float line along the top and lead line along the bottom. Okay. Now, the netting hangs straight up and down in water like a good fins. Now, the gill net catches fish by their gills. So, it works like this. A twine of the netting is very thin and either the fish does not see the net or the net is set to that that traps the fish. Okay, means the net which is not visible to fishes, but such a fishes they get fixed, okay, into the net. Okay, the meshes of the net hang wide open. When the fish swims up to the net, it sticks its head right into one of the meshes. Now, if the fish is too small or the mesh is mesh again, it will swim right through and get away. And if the fish is too big for the mesh, it might tear the net and get away. Right? So these are two possibilities. Now, if the fish is right size, it pushes its head and body tightly into the mesh, but it is too big to fit through. Now, when the fish tries to pull its head out the mesh, thin twine cuts into its skin, its gills and fins they get caught into the mesh. And by this way, the fish which get attached, which get what we say that fish get packed in the mesh, in the net. Now, the fish stays in the net until you will pull it. Okay, means until and unless we can remove it, okay, the fish cannot come out or come away. Now, fishes are also caught when the net wraps around them. Now, after that, the material which is used for the preparation of such a kind of nets, here, the net is made up of synthetic fiber which is woven to form a long netting weaving with a specific knots at corners to give effect to mesh work. Now, formerly the net was made up of cotton or hemp, but now synthetic fibers replaced it. So, as the transparency of net has effective role to play and in the crossing attempt by the fish, it is necessary that the construction material of the net which is transparent synthetic fiber. Now, various dyes they are nowadays used to make the net invisible when spread in water. So, at this, the net is generally used to catch big size fish and the material of the net is made strong enough to catch the big sizes of fishes. Now, as the transparency of the net has effective role to play in crossing attempt by the fish, it is necessary that the construction material of the net be transparent synthetic fiber. Various dyes are nowadays, right, they make the nets, okay, invisible. Now, here the mesh, which varies in size, okay, of the fish species to be caught. Now, after that, the operation is same that I already discussed in previous lecture also. The next, okay, which can insert into the water either along the tidal flow, against the tidal flow, okay. Either there are different type of nets that I will again discuss here in detail, okay. So, such a nets, okay, they insert into the water and according to the type of net, okay, the workers they require either a single man can catch the fishes, maybe a two workers they require for catching to operate such a kind of nets, or more than 2 or either 10 or 12 and again more either 50 or 60, okay, like this the workers they need to handle such a kind of nets, okay. Now here on the basis of that, okay, the nets or the type of gill nets they have common use, such as here the floating or dirt or surface gill net, okay. the first category of net, that is gill net. Okay. Now here it is also called as a floating net, also called as a drift net, or also called as a surface gill net. Okay. Now here the floating or drift gill nets are operated in surface layers and drift with the current. Now it is generally meant for entrapping the surface feeders among the carps. Now it consists of the units of nets, may be floatings, then again sinkers, hairfoot ropes and anchors. Now the net is made by synthetic fiber which is woven to form network. Now the size of mesh is kept as per the size of fish to be caught. Now a single unit of net, also known as a shot, is usually 25 to 40 meter long and 1.5 to 30 meter deep. Now several units of nets means we can either use single unit of net or multiple unit of such a kind of net, that is drift surface gill net. Now here the second category, that is anchored or column gill. Now the basic form of this net, which resembles the surface gill net, and the length of a float rope is kept such that the net remains suspended in mid column of the water. Now after that the third category, that is stacked or bottom set gill net. Now the stacked or bottom set gill net, here the bottom set long lines, they are operated close to the bottom for predatory demersal fishes such as shark, then seas bass, then groupers, snappers, etc. And here the main line is positioned at an appropriate height from the bottom by adjusting the buoyancy. Now, as the main line does not touch the ground, the gear is particularly suitable for uneven grounds inhibited by high value purchase. Okay, so this is what a net which is useful for those fishes that are bottom feeders. Okay. Now after that, on the basis of the mode of, here you can see in this slide, on the basis of the mode of operation, the gill nets again they are classified into different types. Now here the first type, that is surface gill net. Okay. The second one, that is column gill net. Third one, that is bottom set gill net. Then the next, that is vertical line gill net, and the last, that is trammel gill net. Okay. Now we have the diagrams of such a kind of nets. Okay, so I think diagrams are missing here, but I'll give you in notes. Now here the first type of net, that is surface gill net. Now the surface gill net, so the net is narrow and long. A single net which measures near about 24 to 40 meter long and 1.5 to 3 meter wide. Now this is known as a shot. According to the net, number of shots are joined together sideways to form a long net. So due to more number of floats at the head rope and sinkers at the foot rope, the net does not sink, but it is seen at the surface hanging in water. So the name given is the surface gill net. After that, the second net is the column gill net. Now in this case, both the float and sinkers are tied to head rope and the foot rope respectively. Now the third type, that is the bottom set gill net. Now here in this case, the floats are tied to the head rope with long threads and sinkers are tied directly to the foot rope of the net. So by this net, bottom feed fishes can be caught, and that is why the name given, that is bottom set gill net. Now the vertical line gill net, which include additional vertical and horizontal threads, which gives more strength to the net. And the last, that is the trammel gill net, which consists of 3 layers. The middle net with small mesh size and the upper and lower nets with the large mesh. This gives an excellent fish catch of the different sizes of fishes. Okay. Now this is what regarding a first type of net, that is gilt net. Now the second type of net is the dole net or bag net. Okay. Now the dole net or the bag net, here this is extensively used in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Now its operation means how we are going to operate such a kind of net. Here the dole net is operated in depth varying from about 15 to 50 meter. The operation is carried out at greater depth as the season advances. Now the net is tied either to stout wooden poles or thick ropes anchored with heavy stones which face the tidal flow. Now it has mesh size of about 200 mm and the mouth portion. Now it is gradually reduced to 10 mm. The size which ranges from knot to knot, means one knot to another or from knot to knot. Or during its operation it resembles with a fixed bag net, and generally the Bombay duck gets entrapped in large number. Okay, Bombay duck fishes, okay, they are going to used by using such a kind of dole net. Now after that, the drag net. The drag net here in the netting process, the nylon nets are also called as a drag nets, right? Drag nets are what? The netting process, or in the netting process, the nylon nets are used. All such a nets, okay, they are called as a drag net. Through the top meshes of the net, they run a thick and strong cord which was held at either ends by a number of fishermen. Now, this drag nets was pulled with the help of rope, and slowly, the most part of the drag net was pulled out by workers at corners. Okay, you can see in the diagram also, right? Workers at the corners of the pond. Here you can see, right? So, in such a way that a big drag net become modified into the pouch. Here you can see into the pouch net or bag net. Now in this bag net, all the fishes collected in a small area. Okay. Now the dole net is a conical or rectangular in shape. It is tied to stout wooden poles facing towards the tidal flow. The size of mesh which varies. So at the mouth, the mesh size will be 200 mm and gradually decreasing to 10 mm at the end. Okay, here. Now the dole net is operated in the depth. Okay, we have again the diagram of such a kind of drag net. Here you can see this is the diagram of dole or bag net. Again, this is the diagram of again drag net. Here you can see, here ropes are there, they tied to the wooden surfaces. Okay, this is the boat, and here you can see spreading of such a kind of net, right? Again here such a net which is tied to the wooden surfaces again, right? So such a dole net is operated in depths from 15 to 50 meter. Then fish catching is generally done in the period of July to November in Andhra Pradesh. Now the high tide brings the fish in the net which gets subsequently trapped. Now the dole net is also used in Mumbai and Gujarat areas also. Means along with Andhra Pradesh, in Mumbai and Gujarat, okay, such a net which is used for catching a particular kind of fish. Now after that, the next category of net is the next type of net is the Rampani net. Now the name Rampani is given after the Portuguese Priest, who introduced about 100 years ago. The Rampani is a type of net, or rather a unique method used for shoreline fishing. Now the large net of the Karwar coast, the large net of Karwar coast is called the Rampani net. A single net can be 4,000 to 5,000 feet long and consisting of 100 to 500 pieces. Now the central part, here you can see the central part of 100 nets, the central part of 100 nets, which is called as a chickandable, it is chicken belly, okay, chicken belly, and the side portion of 200 pieces on each side. Yes, this is the net which is made up from different pieces, okay, different pieces they get joined to form such a kind of net. Now, and the side regions, they are called as what? The alley belly, okay. Now again the central part is what? The central part of the net, which is the chicken belly, and the side regions of the nets, they are what? The alley belly. Alley belly. Now in the chicken belly, the mesh size will be 12 mm, and in the alley belly, it will be 30 mm. Now each piece of the net will have a length of 11 meter and 7 meter length. So the total length of the Rampani net will be 5,500 meter approximately. Now the head ropes has floats and foot rope has sinkers. Now these are the very large nets for active fishing and are operated from seashore. The biggest shore in India are Konkan and Malabar coast. Now the Rampani net is largely used for mackerel fishing. Now its operation here, or how we are going to operate such a big net. Now about 60 to 80 fishermen operate this net using Pandi and Thoni type boats. The floats are fixed to the upper rope and sinkers are provided to the lower ropes. One end of the net remains stationary and rest of the net is placed in the semicircular way to close large area around the fish shoals. Long ropes are attached to both the ends for hauling, okay, here for the holding. One of the net is held on the shore by 20 to 25 men and the net is carried on the boats. Okay, this single person cannot operate this kind of net. Here you can see lot of labor required for catching, for holding, for operating such a kind of net. Now finally two ends are slowly dragged by groups of 20 to 25 fishermen. Okay, now this is what regarding the Rampani net, and which is specially useful for the catching of the mackerel type of fish or mackerel. And here you can see with the tidal flow, okay, the fishes they can trap here, right, and they cannot escape themselves once they get adhere attached to the meshes or to the net, okay. And here you can see two threads are there, okay, or the lot of fishermen are there. They can drag such a net to the shore, okay, or to inside the boat. Now this is what about the Rampani net. The next type of net is the cast net. Now the cast net, it is also called as the umbrella jal or glagari jal. This is a circular umbrella, okay, this is very simple. So this is a circular umbrella shaped net made up of cotton twine. When it is spread looks circular. A strong rope is attached to the apex of the umbrella. To the circular outer margin, a number of lead sinkers are tied. Now the fisherman operates the net from boat or coasts of the lake or river, the net is used to catch a small sizes of fishes. Now, the cast net is most commonly used in rivers or ponds in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa. Right? Now, the netting which is made up of a nylon material or which is such a nylon material which is skillfully woven to form a mesh work. Now the mesh size which is varies from 1 to 5 centimeter and the depth which is between 2 to 5 meter. The sinkers in the form of iron rings and they are attached around the skirt. Now the hand rope is a cotton or the nylon. Here this is okay. Cotton or the nylon and measuring that is 5 to 8 mm in diameter and 7 to 15 meter in length. Generally the weight of net is which is between 4.5 to 7 kg. Okay. Now let us discuss regarding its operation. Now the net is cast into water from the margin of the tank or pond or from a boat or stack made up of bamboo or wood in such a way that the groups of fishes get covered over by net and such a fishes they get entrapped. The hand rope is carefully pulled. Okay, hand rope. Okay, here the hand rope is carefully pulled to close the spread skirt. Okay, now the overall result of operation is such that the fishes are caught in the pocket of the net. So its operation is always in shallow water areas devoid of weeds and submerged obstructions of any sort. Now the fishing operation can be done all the year around. All the type of fishes from surface feeder to bottom feeders can get entrapped and brought to the land by using such a kind of cast net. Okay, now with this I finish here with the topic that is gears and crafts, okay, of the Indian fishing. Okay, and in next lecture again we'll discuss regarding the fishery byproduct.